Alright, so we just got the Canon kit. I'm here with my dad. And we're going to take a look at this Raspberry Pi setup. This is actually the Raspberry Pi 4. Alright, so we have the Canon kit, and this is the 8GB Raspberry Pi 4. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look. Alright. So we get the Raspberry Pi, 4 gig of RAM, and in the Canon kit you also get a case, you get a power supply, you get some little heat sinks, you also get your mini HDMI to HDMI wire, you get an SD card, an SD card reader, the instruction book, little warranty guide papers, and the layout for the pins on the board. So first things first, let's open up the Raspberry Pi.
I need a blade. Nice. Bam! You make it look so easy. Bam!
Well, I mean, there's also a little tab that says open here, so you can just...
Oh, we like to cut.
Okay. So that's your computer. All right. Now we gotta have a place to put your computer. All right. All right. Cool. So we're gonna leave that in the box for right now. Open up your case.
Bam! We like to cut.
Oh man.
You really make it look easy, Jazz.
Uh-oh, headphones.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling. It says Chicken Little. How can you tell? Look, it hit me on the head.
Alright, so there's the Raspberry Pi 4 case. So go ahead and open it up. No. And then right inside is where everything is going to go. Now, I believe that this cavity here in the middle is where our fan is going to go. So, for right now, we're just going to put that to the side. Alright. Let's open up our power supply.
BAM! I love to cut.
So, I'll take off the heat sinks without the knife.
You took the joy out of that one. And that was my next move.
Right. So the power supply is USB-C, similar to most of the newer phones, the newer Android phones, I should say. Not so much the Apple phones. Then we also have some heat sinks. This is our HDMI cord.
BAM!
Hopefully it didn't cut the cord.
You must get that from your dad. You don't throw away nothing. Find use for this later in the near future.
SD card.
BAM!
32GB SD card. Alright. Last but not least, our SD card reader. Alright. So, first thing first, let's get our heat sinks applied to our board. Now, if you look at it, each of the heat sinks is a certain size.
Large, medium, and small.
Right.
Mama bear, Papa bear, baby bear.
I think I've used the heat sinks on the Raspberry Pi 3, but I don't remember. I don't have any 4s. they will go on your USB controller, your RAM, and your CPU. So the smallest one is going to be your USB controller. Everything's going to be right on your board. Now, see how we have 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
So let's see if we can. Boom. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And those are also on the board as well. So we're going to put the smallest one on number 3, which is the USB 3.0 controller. I'm going to get better grip on the knife. Bam, and take off your fingernail.
So we ain't gonna go bam with this one. This is a slow roller.
Okay.
Yeah. It's what we used to do last century. Slow roll.
Alright, so it's going to go right on top of that little one.
Do the grooves have to go north, south, east, and west?
Not necessarily. At least I don't think so.
You sure?
No, I don't know, but
What does his instructions say? He just got numbers on top of them.
yeah.
You can't see the direction of the groove.
So it actually doesn't have those on there. But because I know the RAM needs a cooler, and I know that the motherboard, I know the CPU needs a heat sink. The only other one that probably would get one is either the gigabit controller or the USB controller.
And it fits right down on top, such as there.
Okay.
Baby bear looks a little crooked. All right. And now for the pièce de résistance. Last but not least, the Papa Bear. And we slide the blade directly underneath the skin and pull the film back. Nice and slow, see? That's the way to do it. Nice and slow. Taken from Fred Flintstone and the robber who was robbing Fred Flintstone. And while he had his bowling ball over top his head, he inadvertently dropped the bowling ball on his foot. Okay, now so that they all go in the same direction. For some odd reason, we're sticklers of detail for that. And the heat sinks are in, finally installed.
Alright, so we got our heat sinks all in. Now, for the time being, we are going to insert our SD card. So the SD card actually goes on the bottom of the board, with the pin side facing the board.
In, like Flint.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we can go ahead and put the board inside the case. Did we miss a step? Hold on. I think the bottom comes off. Yep.
Nice and slow, see? That's the way to do it.
Put the side pieces on first, just so we make sure that everything lines up. Pay close attention to this, the side ports, the side I/O as they call it, and then we can put the bottom on.
Does our listening audience get to see this? Or are they going to take our word for it that we put it on properly?
There we go. There we go.
Hold on.
Oh, don't worry about it being all the way up.
Okay.
Yep, there you go. Almost even. Let's try to sit the motherboard in the bottom tray.
Okay.
Let's rest that right on top. Let's see. Got the back corner. That's why. So, no, that's not why. Yes.
Internal lip.
Nope. That was my fault. SD card goes in after the case is on.
Ah, so
this slides in so that the SD card side fits right into that little slot. We put the top piece of case on. Now everything fits flush, and we turn this over, and then we can slide in our SD card. There we go.
voila.
All right, now grab your fan.
Bam! I love to cut stuff.
One of these is 5 volts. So let me just make sure that we got everything in the right place, because I believe they go on pins, the first 2 pins closest to the back on the outside.
Color coordinated?
Actually, one would go on pin number 2. So on facing you, the pins are, say, facing the top. If anybody can see that. There you go. So facing the top, it would be
Black first, red second.
No. Red space black.
Okay.
So facing
red
you
space.
towards the back.
Take the glasses off.
Because they go. If you want, you could bring the other light over a little more.
Or
Just
we'll
slide
bring
it
it closer to the light. One down.
And not side by side, but
Oh, space, yeah. Then
that's probably why I put mine over there. So you should have like a little gap in between.
yeah.
Yeah. So you have your positive and your negatives. All right. Now we're gonna stick the this piece of the fan, or we're gonna stick the fan into the top. Airflow. I think we would have it going up like this. So I'm gonna take this, just slide it right into the grooves, like so. You close her up.
Hold on.
No, facing the wrong direction.
The fan itself, you gotta flip it because you want to see the blades exposed. Am I correct?
When you say, what do you mean?
Now, you don't want to see any writing facing you. You want to turn it around so you can see the
Okay,
blades itself facing you.
Okay, so you want the an inflow.
Absolutely.
Okay. I was thinking more of a
Blowing out.
yeah.
You think?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess in certain situations it may, but I mean, I think you would know more about circuitry than I would.
Well, you want to take the heat away from the unit, right? So
Right.
the fans would take it out of the box, the inside of the box.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
more like it.
There we go.
Nice.
So we are 99% of the way there. So we're going to take our USB-C plug for the Raspberry Pi. I'm going to plug this in. Alright, so now that we kind of got our wits about us, we have our USB-C. It's going to get plugged right into the USB-C power. There we go. Let's plug that right in there. And we have our HDMI mini. Plug that right in, side by side. And we should get something on the screen. Raspberry Pi. Let's see if the mouse works.
Ah, yes,
There
it
we go.
does. Nice.
Alright, so right now this is set up for noobs. Alright. So at the very top we have noobs 3.4. This is the May 28th 2020 build. We're not going to use noobs, so we're going to take our SD card reader and we're going to rewrite what's on the SD card to go with Twister OS. 1 second. Alright, so now we got our Twister OS loaded on our Raspberry Pi 4 8GB model. And let's let this bad boy come up. Boom! Just like a Windows desktop. Now it's probably going to do one more reboot. This is the first go. Let's give this a quick second. So if you turn that a little bit. There we go.
Just so the people can see.
So when I'm at home and I'm in front of my monitor and I have my wireless keypad and mouse, it's best I have a nice flat surface, correct?
Yes.
Nothing in the lap.
Right. Well, I mean the keyboard.
Well, yeah, what about the mouse?
I mean, yeah, but I mean you can put that on like a. You got TV trays. Yeah, if you're gonna be downstairs with this plugged into the TV, put your feet up, keyboard on your lap, and put the mouse on the dinner tray. Now we're gonna go ahead and hit enter, just like you would on a Windows computer. And if you can see, it says Pi.
Nice.
All right. Password is simply going to be Raspberry. No capitals. Now, because this is the first run, might give us a little bit of, lag. But this is, similar to a Windows 10 desktop. The cool thing about this is that you see this one up here.
Switch to.
Yep. So you could actually switch it so it looks like an iMac. So let's go ahead and click on that. Double click it. Now, go ahead and click in the terminal so you can just click anywhere in the black area. Alright, good. So it says, want a different look? This will switch your current theme to iRaspbian, right? So you can either press Control and C to cancel it, or you can press Enter to continue. So we're going to go ahead and press Enter on our keyboard. And, give it a second. So it's thinking, it's changing, and it'll come back with a whole new outfit.
Randomly picked by them
No. It'll come back and it'll look like an Apple computer. So you can basically, using Linux, have a Windows computer and an Apple computer all in one, or at least the way that it looks.
And I can flip flop at will.
So go ahead and hit enter, or click on Pi. I'm sorry. Ah, there it is. So go ahead and type in Raspberry, RASPBERRY. And that's just the generic password. There's that Apple sound.
Nice.
Look at that. Mac OS. Looks just like an Apple laptop. Now, when you want to just surf the web, you can click on the Chrome. Right? And it's actually not even Chrome. It's actually Chromium. So if you want to exit, you hit the red circle over on the left. There you go. Now, if you want to watch a video, let's go to Chromium Media Edition. Double click it. It even has a little spinning thing like the Apple.
Nice.
Go ahead and type in youtube.com.
Can I get a mic?
We don't have a mic plugged in.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Go, did you just hit you, or did you type in?
You, and I started typing.
Not YOU?
Yeah.
Oh, no internet. Okay, so let's go ahead and connect to the internet. So we will come here. Wi-Fi networks. Let's go to Holly. And we will type in the password. Boom. And as you can see, the top toolbar looks just like, the Apple toolbar.
Kind of, sort of.
People who developed this, they said that they wanted to have something that resembled an iMac. Let's go ahead and turn this just a little bit more. Let's see if we can find our favorite YouTuber. Oh, there he is.
And like Flint.
Let's see the video playback.
What up? It's Gary JS. Oh. And
Not bad.
10 to 18. SL3.
You gotta sign in to
yeah. City style. We're only at 12.
There you
I'll
go.
pull up to 10.
Let's see.
What we're in the neighborhood.
We're gonna try a different video. So we're not gonna sign you in just yet.
Not yet.
Right. Just because I don't want to be
still playing
exposing everything out.
Yeah.
So you can do things like if you have your Netflix info, you can go ahead and sign into Netflix right from here, and this will be your own personal computer. You could take this with you wherever you go. You got to think about it. You got your computer, your mouse, and your keyboard, power, and HDMI. That's your computer. Pocket-sized computer.
I could be at the airport.
You could be anywhere you want.
Anywhere I want.
Yeah.
I could be in the crapper.
if you got a
monitor,
some kind of monitor.
Here's a monitor. Well, there's one really.
Yeah. Well, if you could find a way to plug into it, then But let's go. Let's check out a 4K video. I know I got some 4K videos on here. Let's see. Does this one have 4K? Let's see. Quality. No, that only goes up to 1080.
What up?
Let's just go to the channel. Let's go to videos. Now, this isn't going to be, you know, the fastest computer on the market, but it's definitely going to be
sufficient.
right. I believe this one has 4K. Yep. So it looks like this is only going up to 1080. But even still, I mean, it's not bad for a 1080 video. It's not bad. And that's
what you call a computer. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Man, you call Amazon, I want this. They send it, put it together, computer.
All right, so what do you think about the Raspberry Pi as a computer for you?
I think this is a good buy, affordable, and I got over it like a fat rat. Nice. Miss me with the laptop. I got a keyboard that's wireless. I got a mouse that's wireless. And I got a put me in the pocket Raspberry board that I can take everywhere I go. Okay, let's see.
Go to like Amazon or Netflix or your heart's content. But before we do that, this is your boy GREJSMO, and I'm out.